Welcome to the Radiance Effect podcast, where the goal is to help you shine from the inside out. I'm your host, Brittany Janelle. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, and let me tell you, I am so excited for today's show. I'm so excited. And the reason being is because I have my friends, my family here, and we're talking about a topic that I'm so passionate about. So today's title and theme is called The Singles Perspective. So I'm going to let y'all just go ahead and be creative on what y'all think this might be about, and we'll go from there. So before we get started, I would love to take the opportunity to introduce my friends to y'all. Well, first off, I'm not going to introduce them. They're going to introduce themselves. And as you tell me your name, I want you to also introduce yourself with one adjective that describes your vibe or mindset when it comes to love or how you show up in a romantic relationship. Then I want you to tell us why you chose that one word. Okay. They're not jumping one.
Okay. All right. That's good.
You want to go first, Bert?
I can go first. Hello, I'm Berta. And the word that I choose right now in the season that I'm in is optimistic. And I think that I choose optimistic because I want to think positive, right? You want your life to go a certain way. That's the way that you think. And so I'm optimistic that I won't be single for too long, right? So that's my word.
Girl, we all optimistic.
Yeah, that's my word. So
welcome, Miss Berta.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here with my friends.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany, and my word is giving. And I chose that because in most of my relationships that I've been in, I have been the person that has given the most. And I think that's kind of like my love language. So that's my word. And I'm glad to be here with my friends today.
Hey, Brittany.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Ricky. If I had to choose a word, I think I'm gonna go with unconditional. Yeah, I think it's just, I feel like it's what's needed more of. And just when you look at it, we all could receive a lot of more unconditional love, but in order to receive, you have to be willing to give it as well.
First off, okay, y'all know I'm gonna joke with you. Because first off, what's up? My name is Ricky, the smooth.
Yeah.
Ricky, you say you let the ladies know I'm single out here in these streets.
Right.
All right.
Single, ready to mingle. Ricky. That's it.
Okay. And I am Brittany, which y'all already know. And if I was to choose a word, I would say passionate. And the reason being is not even in romantic relationships, friendships, whatever. I'm passionate in all that I do and how I love. Okay?
Yes.
So y'all have some flags in your hand. And I'm really excited about this little icebreaker that I came up with because it's going to be so cute. It's called red flag, green flag. So to explain it to y'all, essentially, I'm going to read a question. Might be a little bit of a controversial topic. And if you think it's a red flag, put your red flag up. If you think it's a green flag, not a big deal, go ahead, put your green flag up. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Y'all ready to get to the first question?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So, number one, someone who doesn't post you on social media, is that a red flag or a green flag?
Well, listen, I got a question because I'm in between. But I will say that's a green flag for me.
Okay. So
it's a green flag for me.
Is it in the beginning or you just talking about in general?
Use it to your own interpretation because we're going to talk about it. So we got a little bit of a mixture here.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first? I would love to hear y'all perspectives.
I'm going to say green because I feel like the best relationships are private.
Me too.
I feel like social media it's a real place, but it's not a real place. Like even now today, you got AI that's telling things that don't even really happen in real life. So how do you really know what's real on social media? So I think for me, like I don't see that as a red flag. I don't see that as a big problem.
Okay. Well, I'll go. It just depends. Like if it's when we're first starting a date, then okay, I don't expect you to post me. I'm not going to post you. But if we've been together for a while, I'm talking about 2-3 years and I'm not on your social media at all, what are you hiding? So that's my thought process there. That's why I say red flag, but it depends.
I'm going to say it's a big green flag for me because I'm not a social media person. So it's to the extent of the person, right? So if the person is always on social media and they never post you, that means that that you're not included in their life. But for me, I'm not a big social media person, so why would I push you on social media, right? And so I feel like for me, that's a big green flag. It's like, what you doing on social media posting for? Like, if we really having fun out here in life, I ain't got time to be posting people on social media because I'm enjoying life. Like he was saying, it's a fake place to me too.
It's so much to talk about there because I
Yeah.
definitely understand where you're coming from, especially when you mention like today's time frame, right? Because we just a lot of times people admire what they see and it's not real. You look at a relationship and you don't even know the hell that they're going through behind the scenes.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, you don't always have to post either. And my friends, y'all know who I am. Like I barely post a hand. You want even, it takes some time to even get to that point because sometimes you post and then people start acting up. So
Yeah, they start acting
you
up.
got to weigh it out a little bit too. So I'm definitely
delete.
All right, that was good. That was the first little warm up.
That was.
Number 2. They expect you to cover half or more of everything. So I know this is kind of like a gender question.
Ooh, that's
so
good,
y'all
Brittany.
take
That's
it
good.
Wait.
how you feel.
You said expect?
Yes. Hold on. I got my little flag too. Let me flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Flag on the
All
play.
right. Okay, Ricky, we're just gonna go ahead and let you go first because you're the only one with the green flag.
If I can't afford to feed you, I don't need to be taking you out to eat. Period. That means my priorities are messed up.
Okay.
Yes.
So just making sure I'm on the same page. So you're saying that you think it's okay to not do 50-50, like you want to do it 100%.
It's okay to do it 100%. I mean, if you want to do 50-50, that's cool too. But I think for me, understanding what a provider is, like I don't expect for mine to be covered. I should have for my own. So now, if you just want to, I ain't gonna stop you.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna stop you. But my question to y'all is, y'all not going 50-50?
Well, I think I misinterpreted my own question.
Yeah. I absolutely go. Well, let me jump in. I do absolutely go 50-50, but I think the expectation piece,
That was it.
the word, the expectation piece, don't expect me to. But that unconditional love, like you were saying in the beginning, and the like the willingness and all of that comes with it. But you can't expect somebody to do something, right? So I think that's
Yeah.
So in this day and age, it's hard for anybody to do 100%. So I'm with you when it comes to the 50-50, but don't expect it because I expect you to be a provider. You shouldn't expect me to do anything as far as like the finances, because if we go back to biblical times, the man is the head of the household. You're supposed to run your household. You're supposed to be that provider. So if you can't do that, like Ricky was saying, I mean, you don't have your finances in order. But the type of person I am, I'm not going to let my man struggle either. So it just, I think it was really, like Berta said, that word expectation. So.
And that's why I put that little word in there because it's so important. Because like you said, like if you're expecting me to do it, I don't know. It's just a tough one because then you can get into the whole like trail of what if you make more than them and all this other stuff too, right? But Ricky, I'm gonna agree with you because when I'm looking for a man, that's kind of what I'm looking for too. So not kind of, that's what we're looking for. God, do it. All right, there we go. Number 3, they text constantly, but they never want to call.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I might as well just keep this little flag up. All right, we all agree on
Yes, we in agreement.
Yes. Who wants to go first on this one?
With AI, I need to make sure it's you talking to me and not you putting, the conversation into ChatGPT or Google Gemini and it's, it's giving you the words to say. I need to know that, there's some context behind it. And I think you get that when you hear someone's voice.
Yeah, and I think for me, it's because I'm so old school, I need to be able to talk to you. Like, what's going on? Like, where you at? What you doing? How was your day? Like, in that very moment in time, don't text me and then I got to wait for a response. Like, I need immediate interaction. So, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I've dated people in which they thought that just because we're texting, that we're actually building a relationship and a connection. Because you can only go so deep with the person just via text. It's like you're not getting to know them. You got to wait till they respond. It's not much you on that girl.
Yes.
Okay.
What about you?
I texting only gets you so far as with me. I understand like the power of exchanging energy, and you can't do that through text. Like you can't feel a person's mood through a text
Mhm.
message.
Mhm.
Like so many times you can text something and you can misread it just based off of how you thought that person was feeling.
Yeah.
And it
That's
could
true.
be not even the truth.
That's
Mhm.
true.
true.
That's true. Let me ask y'all a follow-up question just based on what y'all were saying. So as we think about 7 days in a week, right? How often would y'all anticipate or want to talk to your partner on the phone?
Every single
Every
day.
day.
Every single day.
Daily.
If-
I
if-
want to hear your voice before I go to
Every
sleep.
day.
If I don't hear from you every day, that means you ain't my person.
You ain't my person.
Mm-mm.
Period.
You
Because
not
if
my
we're
person.
building something, I'm not dating just to date. I'm dating because I want to get married.
Correct.
That's the end goal, right?
Mhm.
So if I can't talk to you every day, how we gonna live together?
What we
Mhm.
doing?
What we doing? Because you're gonna have to see me, talk to me, lay next to me, everything every night if we get married.
Mhm.
So why we need to practice, the
Mhm.
right way.
She said we need to practice the right way. Yes,
And the reason
ma'am.
I ask because like in today's time too, there'll be a lot, oh, I'm so busy, I'm adulting. But I just feel like it's an excuse, honestly, because it's like you make time for what you want to make time
Absolutely.
That's it.
All the
You-
time.
for. That part.
Mhm.
Yes.
Last question. This has been fun. I love it.
Mhm.
Okay. So they have no social media presence at all. Red flag or green flag?
It's not.
What you mean by no social media?
So you can't find them on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, no Snapchat.
That sound like a wife.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
Where's
Yes.
sorry,
Exactly.
like-
Where she at?
Because I don't.
It's okay. Jump into
Look,
this one.
I may delete mine tomorrow.
Yeah, that's me. I do not be on it. I don't like it at all.
Listen, I'm
That's
not
not a
like,
like that since I
you
was
got
the
my number.
only outlier here. And the reason being is because again, my trauma experiences, I've dated people who said that they have no social media just to find out they have like whole other lives and like,
Oh.
you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Or it's like, are you really not engaged? Or sometimes like the communication, they're just so out of the loop with certain things that are going on. But my preference would be like limited social media. I guess you would say.
Mhm.
That's just my thought process.
I can feel you on that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
That is understandable, friend. But for me, like, I don't know, I'm big on, like, I even think I heard PK, if I could say that earlier, say social media, right? He said that earlier today. Like, it's all about me. And it's like so much perception of what we think and all this other stuff. And so much could be going on behind closed doors. So I don't think I like look too much into what's going on social media. Like, if you got my number, you know how to pick up the phone and call me or like
Mhm.
communicate with me. So I don't look for that too much.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it would be a green flag because everybody doesn't want to be on social media. Everybody doesn't want to be found or don't want to be accessible to the world like that.
Mhm.
So I'm okay with it.
No social media means you are not connected with the troubles of this world.
Oh,
You better speak, sir.
Okay.
Come on.
So that means you that's a peaceful life that you live. If so,
Yes.
if that work for you, cool with that.
And we are in the world, but not of the world.
Hello.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's that.
Yes. And for those that are watching, if you like to weigh in on some of the questions that were just asked, feel free to drop a comment because I would love to hear y'all perspectives as well.
Mhm.
So that was our little red flag, green flag. Now my favorite part. Let's get into it. Hey, okay. So the question segment. Y'all don't know these questions I prepared. So I'm going to ask each one of y'all a question, no specific order. And I just want you to answer to the best of your ability.
Okay.
So, Brittany, you made eye contact with me first. So go ahead.
Oh, that eye contact is
And I
serious.
peeped it, so we're going to go ahead.
Okay, let's
Y'all
go.
go ahead and do it. So, Brittany, how has becoming a mother changed what you want or won't tolerate in a partner?
Ooh. Okay. It has changed because when I have a son, so I want somebody that's going to be an example for him. So the things that I wouldn't want him to do or I wouldn't want him to become, I can't date that type of person. So if you're somebody that's out here and you're a womanizer or you disrespect women or you're violent or any of the things that I wouldn't want to show my son, I can't have you around me. I have to have that positive energy around him. So I would say it definitely has changed that perspective for me.
And one
So
thing
I think about him first.
Yes. And one thing I want to say, I'm going to ask a couple follow-up questions, but if y'all feel so led, y'all can do so too.
Okay.
So I know you mentioned like what you look for now, but how long do you feel like it takes for you to get to know those sides? Because people hide a lot these days, right? So how long would you even wait before introducing that person to yourself?
So I'll say this. My son will be 11 next month, and he's met one person in his entire life.
Okay.
So that should tell you, right? It takes me a minute. And with that one person, I wish I would have gotten to know them more before I would have introduced them to my son. So that was kind of like a learning lesson for me. So now ooh, Jesus.
Good luck to the next person.
Good luck.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe this man win. Because to me, I'm like, if I'm introducing you to my son, that's the most intimate part of my life. So
that's good.
I love that.
That's good,
That was a
friend.
good answer.
thank you.
All right. Next question.
Oh,
You made eye contact.
right. I made that
You
eye
really
contact.
did. And I wasn't even going to go to you at first, but
Wait.
Ricky, I should have went to you first and just went in order.
You
But
could have, but I kept that to the left. Every
Yeah.
time you said something, I'm looking straight.
I'm ready.
He already
It look great. Don't look.
He know you.
Right.
Don't make eye contact.
I'm ready.
Look to the hills.
Right. Which cometh my help.
Take
Do
that
you hear
word.
me?
Know that scripture. All right. So, Berta,
Mm-hmm.
why do you think success is celebrated in men, but often seen as a barrier for women in dating?
Oh, that is a good question to ask.
Y'all
me.
know I had to
Right.
ask this question specifically.
Okay. So if you didn't know, I'm in school, right? To get my doctorate. And I've been in rooms where there's a lot of men, successful men, and not a lot of successful women. And I think that it is praised more. Maybe it's because it goes back to that traditional role that she was saying about, or maybe it's because the control. I don't know. Some men, maybe the control, that them wanting to be the head, but going about it the wrong way. So maybe if they're the breadwinners, or if they wanted the women to stay at home, or something like that. But I do think now, honestly, if I can say now, I do think now it's been more acceptable for women to be successful, for women's voices to be heard. I do think we just have to demand that. We have to be what we want to see. So if I want to be treated like a queen, I have to walk around with my head held high like a queen, right? And so then I think that comes to me. Then I attract that. So I think that now it's becoming more prevalent that we see that success that is easier for us to deal with.
Yeah. And I personally have been one, and looking back on it, I was like, girl, what was I doing? Like, I've dated people who have been intimidated by the certain level of success I've had, or how ambitious I am. And like earlier on, like I would just be like, oh no, there's something to worry about it. But like being at this standpoint now, it's like, girl, why did you even waste your time with that? Those are red flags, right?
Yes.
Because when you're in a relationship, you should be encouraging your partner to be the best that they can be, male or woman.
Yeah. Because when I eat, you eat.
That's
when I win, you win.
Right.
We ain't in no competition. Like we're a partnership. So yes. So, but I do think it's getting better. Or maybe it's when we get better, we attract better.
Okay.
Right?
Clock it.
You know what I'm saying? So when we get better, we attract better. So maybe it's not getting better, but if we do better, maybe I'm not seeing it as much because what I'm attracting is better.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that goes back to what I was mentioning earlier too, somewhat. I'm personally one, like, even if my man made a little bit less than me, like I do want him to make more, I would be okay with it, because at the end of the day, it's what the person is bringing to the table. And I prefer someone who's supporting me, encouraging me, and we can grow and help each other to evolve, right? Because when we think about a partner, especially as a woman, you're going to be that person, be able to help push your man and support him too. So it's not about the money. It's not about how much success somebody has. It's about the overall partnership. So I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
That was
Any
a good
other follow-up questions?
I feel you on that one though, because that's something I run into being an attorney. A lot of people that I meet, they don't make what I make. And I'm okay with that. But for them, a lot of men, they're intimidated by that. And it's like, dang, at least get to know me first. I ain't trying to go to Steak 48 every day.
Like, a little picnic would do.
I do Cheesecake Factory.
We had time at Cheesecake.
Exactly. A few weeks ago.
Right.
But I think a lot of times people assume that because someone makes a certain amount, they only want to deal with people in that same bracket.
I mean, I would love to hear a man's perspective. That would be, I would say that'd be good to hear what a man would think about that. That's good.
It don't matter to me what you make. I feel like once that becomes your partner, like I want my partner to make more than me. Not necessarily saying she have to, but also my partner should want me to make more than her too. It should be that competitive thing, like not in a toxic way, but in a like, you're my teammate.
Yes.
So if you getting a promotion, that means we getting a promotion.
Correct.
So,
and that's the hard part because everybody, and I hate to like throw it on men, but a lot of men don't see it that way. And a lot of them have like this alphaness in them. And it's like, okay, well, if you're making more than me, I'm really not the leader.
And that's why I said it goes back to maybe the head of the household wanting to be the breadwinner. But yeah, it's all about perspective.
but I also feel like you can be the head of the household and not make as much as your partner.
That's good.
Like,
yes.
You being an alpha male has absolutely nothing to do with what's in your bank account.
Yeah.
Like it speaks for itself. Your account don't speak for it. What you bark around the house don't speak for it. It just speaks for itself. What makes a person an alpha male is people want to be under their leadership.
That's good.
Their leadership shows. Like their work shows. The seeds that they plant harvest.
I agree.
Hold on, sir.
Right.
Baby, let's get a whole sermon.
Yeah, back that up. Unpack that.
A couple things. First thing that you said about what makes somebody the head of a household. And I want to really just take a moment to hear from a man's perspective. What makes a man the head of the household? From your point of view.
That's a good question.
Or what does that look like?
His leadership for sure. Like I was saying earlier, like the seeds that you plant, they should harvest. A good leader will know how to sit in silence and be able to know what moves to make, what moves not to make. Not to say like that person is not gonna stumble here and there. But through stumbling, there'll be a lesson through that. So a lot of times our lesson comes on the back end of us stumbling. So based off of how he moves in those moments, everything still looks like a game. So yeah, okay, we didn't land a contract here, but it set us up for this one over here. It's the knowledge and wisdom to be able to move in certain ways like that. When it comes to family, being a good representative of what a man should look like, how he should talk, how he should present himself. It has a lot to do with character. Like what makes you a good leader is your character. Like, do people enjoy being around you? If a man consider himself leader of a household, but he don't have no friends, like, you really not a leader, because who you leading?
Yes. Yes. Who are you influencing? Who's following you? A leader has followers.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot to it, but I think the biggest thing is character and just how he moves.
Yes. I love that. Because even to give like everyone an example, what I think about when it comes to being a leader, again, even if the man doesn't make more than I make, that doesn't really matter. But I want you to be like, okay, let's talk about these bills, baby. Like, we need to work this out. This is how we're going to structure our finances. That's how I want to be led. So it's like, those are some of the things that I would personally expect from my man. Yeah. Ricky, I want to give like a small little clap for you.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
let people know.
As I sip my tea.
You're not. Okay, good tea. All right. So speaking of you, Ricky, I have a question for you, sir. Still, why do men walk away from stable, secure relationships in pursuit of something that feels easier or more immediately gratifying, even if it's less meaningful?
Because people always think the grass is green on the other side till they get there and realize it's artificial.
Unpack that, sir.
Get into it.
Yes. Let's.
I feel like when a person does not have, like, let's say, a purpose, they just move any kind of direction. And whatever looks good is what they're going to go towards instead of just watering what they have. So I feel like if you know what's for you, you're not going to leave what's stable and secure to go to something that turned out not to be really it. Even if you left that, you just gonna leave it. You're not leaving it to go to something else. So, yeah.
So you said they'll leave something that's stable and secure when they aren't aware of their purpose. That is so deep. Like, I was just sitting there in awe because I even think about my own self and times it's kind of like a maturity thing, emotional maturity. Like when you aren't aware of who you are and your goals truly, it's like, okay, well, this thing is pushing me. This thing is challenging me. I want to go where it's easy instead of what's helping me fulfill my purpose.
Because purpose is not easy.
It's not.
And the person that's for you is going to push you into their purpose.
It's going to be very uncomfortable.
It is.
Very.
Wow. Okay. Y'all, we just getting started. I'm so excited. So into the next segment, which is let's get into it part 2. We'll just say that. Okay. So I know that y'all have some questions prepared. And I know the questions, but y'all don't know each other's questions, okay? So I'll let y'all just go ahead and bounce back and forth. And the purpose of this is so that we can get a male and a female's point of view, okay? So, Ricky, I know you have a lot of questions, but I'm so excited about. So we'll go ahead and let the ladies kind of kick it off first.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of go back and forth between.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, my questions are all directed toward a man. So, Ricky, you're up again. What does it mean to be emotionally available? And do you think most men are?
Ooh. What does it mean to be emotionally available? Am I capable of taking your I'm gonna say this, don't feel offended.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous. I'm in the midst of a bunch of women.
You okay?
For a man, I feel like am I able to take and handle your mood when it changes and not allow it to alter me? I feel like that's the biggest thing men have a problem with. Because women do have many emotions.
We do.
Many emotions.
I'm going to take that one.
We do. That's some good insight.
I feel like it is. So a lot of times for men, it's like, we don't know how to handle that. Because for us, it's like, we say it's simple being a man, but in all honesty, it's simple not talking.
Really?
It's simple just not saying anything. As far as women, as soon as women get off work, you got to hear everything about what happened today, about what Susie did and why she did it.
And you better listen.
And then gonna ask us a question, what you think? And we gonna be like, I agree. Like, yeah, Susie shouldn't have did that. And then you gonna ask us about our day. It was straight. Like, that's us. That's men. So I feel like a lot of times that's where we don't become emotionally available, because we don't know how to like really communicate like y'all do.
Okay. I do have a follow-up question. And so why is it hard for men to communicate their emotions? Because like you said, as women, we don't have a problem with that. We'll tell you if we're angry, if we're upset, if something bothered us, or how we feel about something. Why is it that a lot of times men shut down when we're trying to talk about those emotions and we're trying to elicit them from you as well?
That's like asking a kid who was never taught to write in cursive to sign in cursive.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
If we were
Period.
never taught something, how are we supposed? And you can fuss at us and yell at us all day. Like, if we wasn't taught it, we don't know how to do it.
Okay, let me ask you a question then, because I feel like as a lady, it gets really frustrating on our end when we are so forthcoming and open with our emotions, and even just the analogy you just gave about like cursive, right? Like, how do we help our man get there? Is it even our job to help them get there? Like,
or do the man even want to do the work to get there?
That's true. First, he has to be willing and want to do the work. But like, yes, you can help him, but it's probably in the way that you don't want to help him, and that's by being patient with him. Because there's nothing that you can say or do that's gonna like cause him to start opening up more. He just have to know that he can. And the next big thing is, once he do, listen.
Mm.
I don't care what he say to you. He may say something that's gonna upset you, but you gotta be willing to listen. Because the moment where he feels like you don't listen, that'll be the last time he ever open up to you.
Mm.
We ain't even gonna go into how God made us different, but it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good, Ricky.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even in that moment, that's very vulnerable. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So yeah,
I
that's
felt
really
you.
good. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let you just knock off a couple questions.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because that was an uppercut.
It was.
I don't want to start it. I got so many. Let's do this one. What does emotional safety look like to you, and how can a man truly create that space?
You want to go, Bird, or you want me to?
That's a good little, like,
Yes,
back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like you were saying, I think emotional safety for me is not about paying bills. It's not about money or anything. I think emotional safety means effective communication, good, effective communication, making me feel seen, making me feel heard. Like it could be a room full of like 1,000 women, but if I'm the only one that you see, I feel safe. I feel loved and cared for. And I feel like in a good foundation of friendship and of course, Christ, love me like Christ loved the church. Like we can get through anything. Like that good foundation. I think that's what does it for me.
And I think for me is listening to me and actually hearing what I'm saying and not assuming you think you know how I feel, and then don't use my emotions against me later.
That's good. Yeah.
Don't use, you're overly emotional, or I didn't want to tell you this, or I didn't want to be completely transparent with you about this because I thought you would take it, a different way because you're so emotional. Like, no, you can still be honest with an emotional person. Just because I'm in touch with my emotions doesn't mean I can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm kind of the same there too. Like listening is so important. I think I mentioned to y'all the other day, one of the first things I'll tell someone if I notice it is I have a hard time when I'm not being heard.
Yes.
Because for me, it kind of goes back to my childhood, right? And it's like, we talked about like attachment styles. It can kind of make me be kind of a little bit of avoidant and make me just want to shut down or make me not want to communicate as much going forward. Because if you aren't listening to me, especially if I'm giving feedback on what I need, it makes me feel like I can't trust you. So that's how deep it gets for me.
But not only listening, your actions that follow. If I'm expressing something that is bothering me and you continue to do it, you're not emotionally available for me at that point. So.
Great question.
Yeah.
That was a good question. Yeah.
A lot more.
What else you got?
Come on, you gotta go ahead, Ricky.
Yeah.
Let's put some spice into this. Do you really like nice guys? Or do you only realize that after dealing with a bad one?
Now that's a good question.
I want a nice guy.
I want a nice guy for me.
I want a nice guy.
I want a
nice guy.
Because I'm a nice lady. Because I'm a nice woman. And so, that's what I want because that's who I am. So like I was saying before, you attract what you are. Like I'm not out in the street. I'm not outside. Like, so I want somebody in the house like me. Have your fun, go out with your friends, whatever. But come on. Come on home. Yeah. So I think if that's who I am, that's what I want. And why is that so hard? Yeah. But I do agree. I ain't gonna lie. I have been with a bad guy before. That ain't for me.
Well, I can't say for me. It's probably my problem. I like nice guys, but I like a nice guy with a little edge. You know what I'm saying? So I probably need to just go like, Brittany, just match you, girl. Just match you.
Yeah, match you. Match your energy.
I get what you're saying though. You want the nice guy, but I need to know if we out in these streets and something pop off, you gonna protect me.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to be so nice that you ain't got that about you.
Be nice.
Yeah, but I need you to be able to get with it. Yeah.
Street smart too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have it. So it's like I need you to look out for
I ain't got it.
and make sure that we good.
I can put some on it, but I ain't got it.
I love it. You want to ask one more before we go back to ladies?
Let's see. We'll do one more. What's more important, matching energy or matching effort?
Oh, that's good.
They get both for me sometimes. But
that's good, Ricky. You got some questions. Like, okay.
Oh,
I would say matching effort.
Yeah.
Because the energy would come with it. Like I'm matching your effort, so the energy would come. I would say for me, matching effort.
Oh, I don't know if I always want to match the effort though.
And
Because sometimes the effort is kind of subpar. So I don't want to match that because then that way I will feel like I'm matching your energy then. So for me, I'm gonna have to go a little bit above your effort, and then hopefully you can, rise to the same thing that I'm offering, and then the energy will be there. So it's kind of like a mixture of both for me.
Okay,
So.
I have a follow-up question for y'all, because I don't know if y'all have ever experienced a man not being consistent, or he's he starts a certain way and then he shifts, right? That consistency falls off real quick. So at that stage, are you going to start matching the energy?
I have. And in some instances, it shows, they'll notice it. Like, oh, you ain't been reaching out lately. Oh, neither have you. Okay. Oh, my bad. I had this going on. And then they kind of get back on track. So sometimes you have to, in order to not necessarily prove a point, but to show the person, like, this is how I feel.
But is that energy or effort? That's effort.
Huh?
Yeah, because if he ain't trying, that's effort.
I thought it was energy.
Because if he not putting, that's effort, right? Because if he not putting anything into it, then why would I? So that's effort. I'm matching your effort, and then that's essentially the energy that we're both bringing. You see?
Okay, that's a good point. Nate was there, so we just gonna keep on.
Yeah,
that was a great question.
Yeah,
great
that was a good question.
All right,
go ahead.
Okay, I got a question. It's real light though. Okay, do you believe that love is a choice or a feeling, and why?
Love is definitely a choice.
Yes.
It's a choice that creates a feeling. I think the best expression that I heard someone explain their 40 years of marriage was he had to choose to wake up every single day and die to himself. Like, that's a choice. Like, that's the only way you get to being married 30, 40 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Like, you wake up and choose.
That's good. I agree.
Because every day you ain't gonna get that same feeling.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
again, ladies, Ricky is single. Okay.
Right. What's your handles?
Dropped so many bars.
He really has.
To post what you just said there, because every day you wake up and you die to yourself.
You do.
And I think that's so true, because it's like we do have to get to a place of like choosing our partner, because sometimes they're gonna piss us out. Not sometimes, a lot of times they will, and a lot of times you might not even like them. But you have to keep choosing your partner, especially as you evolve and become a different person.
Yes.
I'm not liking. Have y'all ever just woke up and be like, what was I thinking?
No, for real.
Listen.
No, for real. Baby. Now that's a whole nother
that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother segment.
Yeah, that's a whole nother segment.
Episode 2.
Yeah, look, after dark.
Yes, there we go. The Rain's Effect after dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a choice. And I say that because I've always been told when you have those butterflies, that feeling, you run away from that. That's not what you want. I want to be able to choose, like you said, to do life with this person, to be with this person. Every day I wake up, yeah, you got on my nerve yesterday, but I'm choosing to love you despite of. So, yeah,
and I think it goes deeper, good, Brittany, because it goes deeper to say like, okay, well, if we have the same common goal, we have the same foundation that we're going for, that's why I can choose that. Because if we have different goals and a different foundation, then I don't know if I can do that. I ain't waking up and choosing you every day. So that's why I think the foundation of friendship and God, or whatever your mutual goals and foundation is, that has to be established well before the 40 years, because then you wouldn't even get there. If we can't even be friends, because when we don't like each other, we still love each other.
Yeah.
Right. And we still respect each other.
And that's why I would say, like, dating is so important, y'all, because like when you're dating somebody, taking the time to ask these questions, because when I think about the old Brittany, the one in her 20s, who's still working on it now though, I didn't always ask the right questions. I would be in a position which I'm like, this might be asking a little too much. This might make them uncomfortable. But if you're dating somebody, especially you're trying to see if their marriage potential, you better ask the questions, right? And even asking those things about their childhood, because that's where a lot of it stems from, right? Like, how did they grow up? What were some of the things that they saw? How you mentioned they were married for 40 years. Like, what was your experience? What did you take away from that marriage? Like, those are the things that people should be asking.
In reality, every person looks for that other person to be able to love the childhood version of them.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of like healing happens.
Yeah.
That's when you allow yourself to actually open up and receive it. Because if you think about it, like the childhood version of you was innocent, like
pure,
simple minded.
Yeah.
The simple things can find the happiness out of a water bottle with a jelly beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Pots and
Like,
pans.
yeah, pots and pans.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was innocent. So
Yeah.
everybody in reality wants to receive that.
You know, you just made me think of another question that's not on the card. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it about healing. Do you feel that you can actually heal in a relationship with somebody, or you should come whole and healed already?
You should
'Cause I've heard
definitely
different
come.
things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't even let you get that out.
Oh.
You should definitely, in my humble opinion,
Mm.
come whole to because if you're trying to heal in a relationship with somebody, that may cause them some trauma, right? And so how can you expect them or to forgive through that or just work through that with you? So come whole, the other person comes whole, and then y'all can have a beautiful start. But if I'm trying to heal, I don't want that to leak, like I'm still bleeding and my blood is leaking on them, or so to speak. So I don't want any of that damage to get on them, and then we carry that into our future. So I would definitely say come whole.
I would say I think it depends. It depends on what you're actually healing from, because some things you may need your partner to help you through, and they may not mind helping you through that, because in them helping you, like y'all are growing, y'all are developing that stronger bonds together. So I think it really just depends.
Like what, Britt?
So let's say you have, we'll say, daddy issues. You know, you never had that male to show up for you,
Yeah.
but now this person that you're dating, he's showing you that. He's showing that he can be consistent. He can show up for you. He's not going to, turn his back on you. If you need him there to support you, he's there. So that's something I think you can grow in the relationship with. So
Okay. I definitely see both viewpoints. What's your thoughts?
Come as you are.
just like the church. Yeah.
I mean, like the church.
If the church say come as you are, why can't you come to a relationship as you are? Because the thing is, it's gonna show regardless. If me staying out past 12 is gonna trigger you when we first started talking, and you not healed, it's gonna trigger you 10 years later, even though you heal from that. That wound is still there, and you gonna remember that. You gonna remember that feeling.
Yeah.
So I feel like, if you are not healed from something, like, should you take time to heal? Absolutely. But I don't feel like that should keep you from being in a relationship with someone. If somebody wants to take on that and sign up for that, then let them do that. Because sometimes that relationship could be what saved you.
That's what Britt was saying. Yeah,
It could be.
I could see that. And truth be told, are we all truly healed? Yeah, you never truly healed. So yeah, I could see that. We're gonna be waiting forever to be truly healed. Yeah, so I can definitely see that.
Okay. I love that question.
Yeah, I
We're
agree
starting
with
to
that.
get break through some layers here.
Yes.
I kind of like the ladies going. So when y'all want to ask me another question?
Okay. If we know marriage can multiply stability, resources, and legacy, why do so many Black men see it as a risk instead of an investment?
Ooh, that's kind of like my second question.
Sit back in my seat.
That's another uppercut.
Hold on, wait. Sip my tea.
That's just a little tea.
So honestly, like, the view of marriage in the social world is extremely toxic right now. You have now a mass group of women that are, I want to say it. I ain't gonna say it though.
No,
Say it. No, we good. Say it.
You are there.
You can feel it in. Rich, give about a.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a large, you have a large mass group of women that this is like the life they
Crave.
prefer. So for a man that's not what's attractive to him, like, am I willing to invest into a world that looks like this right now? Like, no, I'm gonna just focus on what I got going and take care of my business and do what I have to. But are all situations like that? No. If a man does meet someone who's not out in the world like that and still don't want to, it could be because that person just don't know how to.
Oh, that's good.
What you mean by that?
So they may not know how to be a husband because they never seen it.
Okay.
They may not know how to be a husband because they can barely take care of themselves. Or they just may not want to be a husband because they feel secure in just what they provide for themselves. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because marriage is not for everybody. Even being with somebody is not for everybody. Like some people really are okay with being single. They do not need intimacy. They do not need anything. They just focus on their purpose, and that's what makes them happy every single day. That ain't what I want, but
Yeah.
but I mean,
It's some people.
but this, I don't know. Like it's, if you look at the negative reasons about why, I feel like that's why. But once again, going back to it, like marriage is just not for everybody. It could, it looks like an investment. I ain't gonna even say it looks like, it is an investment. It's a great investment, but everybody's not trying to invest in the same thing.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, so basically it's some women are kind of tainting a man's viewpoints on it based on their expectations of a man. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would say so. It's based off of what you may want. Like you want a man to understand like the benefits of marriage. You want a man to understand why it's a great investment, but for that man, it just may not be that for him. And I feel like he has a right to feel that way, because it's a man out there that's gonna invest and that's gonna show up and that's gonna want to do it, and you ain't gonna have to ask him to do it. He's just gonna do it straight off the bat.
And I think that's why it's so important, as not just women, just people in general, just having these conversations again up front to be able to really understand what a person wants. Because I've talked to or dated people and what she'll say, yeah, I'm open to marriage, or this is and then it's like, oh, well, they're a great guy. I could probably, change his mind or whatever it may be, or let me look at these characteristics. And that's where people mess up, because you shouldn't be trying to change somebody's mind. And as women, we need to already come into a relationship knowing our worth and our value. And it's like, homie, if that's not what you want, then okay, I'm gonna keep it moving for the person who's actually for me. And I think that that's one of the area that a lot of people lack, to be able to have that mindset.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they always gonna tell you what's up, like from the very initial conversation. You just got to be able to read through the line
And receive it.
Yeah.
So when they tell you, receive that.
Yeah. That's a good question though. If a man tell you who he really is, why do you try to change him?
Why do you try to change
What Maya
him?
say? Believe him.
Believe him. Absolutely.
All right, you want to take it back over?
Let's see. Where do I want to go? What's one thing you've heard or seen men do out of love that women often misunderstand?
Now that's okay. Let's think about this.
I know it's making me think too.
That's a hard one, because I really wouldn't know if what he was doing was coming out of love. He would have to know that. So I guess that's kind of a hard one for me to answer.
I mean, like, it's never been a situation to where they're expressing like, hey, I just care about you or whatever, which is why I'm like, we're having this conversation. There's never been a moment like that.
I think besides having a conversation, maybe letting you go, that I love you so much that I know that I'm not ready to provide what you need. And maybe not that nobody's too good for anybody. Nobody's ever been too good for anybody, but maybe that I just can't be what you want right now. And I love you just that much that I'm going to let you go ahead. And if you come back to me, then it was meant to be. Now, I've seen that before. And that's confusing to be like, well, what you mean?
Yeah.
Like, hold up, but at the same time, you got to respect it. And that's a man thing, because love is for grown people, right? It's not for little kids. And so you got to respect that. So I love you that much that I'm going to have to excuse myself. So I think I've seen that.
Or I don't want to hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just not
Now, I've
ready.
had that. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
So
I'm just not ready. So yeah, I've definitely seen that before.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, we're getting deep.
I think one that we a lot of times don't pay attention to is like the the whole, hey, like, I need to know where you at, who you with, where y'all
Oh.
going.
And we kind of think
I
it's
think
fatherly. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
those things that we
Yeah.
ignore a lot.
Yeah.
And women, y'all do it too.
Yeah.
Like, what time you gonna be home?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call you at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we think it's control.
Mhm.
And I mean, of course, from the masculine energy,
Mm-hmm.
we don't communicate it. Nah, you better you
Mm-hmm.
better come home at this certain time. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's one of the things that like we misunderstand.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No,
Or the
that
have
is.
you ate?
Have you?
You know, feed me.
Yeah. I'm talking
Or
about.
the more subtle when you're walking down the street and
They
the
move
man
to the
positions
side,
himself
yes.
Because why are you in the middle of the street?
he positions himself so he's on the side of traffic.
That's so aggravating to me. Why you in the middle of the street?
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm on a date or something, if they're walking me to my car or whatever it may be, and if they don't immediately,
You couldn't
next.
walk that quick.
We're gonna keep on
That
moving.
quick?
We're gonna keep on
He
moving.
said you
I
cut
mean,
him
it's
off
just
that quick.
something that I pay attention to because even from like a safety standpoint, right? Like those are certain things at this grown age of mine that I don't want to have to teach a man, right? I want him to like already start like maneuvering that way. If this is my woman, this is how I would treat her. I want to make sure she feels safe.
Nah, I probably joke. And be like, so you were just gonna let me get hit? You were just gonna let me get hit? You know, I probably sneak that in a joke conversation. You know, I probably wouldn't cut him off that quick.
Girl,
Reset.
Reset, I'm gone.
especially if the date wasn't like all day.
So I'm already judging based off of the date.
Yeah, so she already
It
know
depends.
it.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, you want to hit one more?
Let's see. This ain't even on the card.
Okay.
How long do you date a person
Before a marriage?
before you actually consider a serious relationship? We're not talking to the stage of marriage. We talking how long do you date someone before it's okay? So we getting serious now. Let me go on delete these names. Let me delete such and such.
It could be tomorrow if you ask me.
Go ahead.
When he makes it clear
Yes,
that
when
I
he
need
asks
to.
me, it could be
When
tomorrow.
he makes it clear that I am his person. When he
Yes.
makes it clear we are in this exclusive relationship,
Well,
I can't assume.
It could be tomorrow. Because when you know, you know. Like if we both like that, it could be tomorrow. But like, hey, you want to be my lady?
Yeah.
Like, or not, hey, you know, but you know, something like that. Yes, if you make it very clear, yeah, tomorrow. What we doing? We ain't got time.
So y'all go on the first date today,
Mm-hmm.
and he tell you tomorrow, like, hey, let's do this for real.
Yes.
It depends on how that date went.
Well, we know you not.
I mean,
It depends.
Because first of all, he didn't tell you to get on the left.
Right. He already cut off.
Listen, okay, this could be a 2-hour date, or this could be one of them dates that lasted so long. It was like 3 or 4 dates in one.
it's a
It
connection.
depends. It's the connection.
It's a connection, but I'm definitely like what they said, like what type of time we on, right? As we talked earlier about the man kind of leading things, because it also is a woman, like the pursuit, and we should be pursued as women. So it's like if you're communicating, hey, and I appreciate this with a man, I ain't talking to nobody else. You know, I really want to see if we can go ahead and make this a fit. You know, however you want to communicate that, that's really comforting for a woman because it's showing us like what you want. You know what I mean? So yeah, we on what they on. I might say it.
What if he is talking to people though? Like, what if he does have a rush? Be like, I'm gonna delete it.
Then get the deleting.
Again, it's because I don't expect you to come to this date without having any other options. Just like you shouldn't have expected me not to have any other options at this date.
Some people do.
Really?
Absolutely. Some people do. Some people expect you to, like, being single is like you're not talking to nobody. You're not.
Oh no.
Yeah. Some people do.
Look, we just
That's not the definition of single. Single means I'm unmarried. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, we gonna have to run this back for a part 2. I'm already.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a part 2
That was
or
great
after
question.
dark.
That was a great question.
After dark is great. That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Just you asked a couple questions, my ladies. Did you either one of y'all have any more? You want to ask?
No, we
got it done.
Yes.
Did you have any more questions that you want to ask?
I mean, I'm full of questions, but we're gonna the whole.
No, well, okay. If I can, I didn't get to ask my question real quick.
Okay, one
It
more.
was kind of like Brittany's. But my other question was, why is it that when we think about marriage, men think that it's the end of an era, and women, we look at it like it's the beginning. So like she was saying, it can multiply, it can do all these things. Fruits come out of this. And y'all looking at it like, dog, I'm gonna go and sit down somewhere, man. My life is about to, it's the end of some. It's like I done did everything I wanted to do. I was out here and I'm done. And we look at it like my life is just beginning. Why is it the two different perspectives?
I think it just all depends on that person and who they around. Like if you around, like for me, I have a lot of friends that's married, and I mean I have single friends too. But for me, I do have a lot of friends that are older than me that are married. So for me to be like, okay, I'm gonna get married, it ain't the end; it's the beginning of something. So it just depends on who that person around. Is he around? Is he around a bunch of single people?
Right.
They outside every weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, like for him, like let's be honest. If he around single men, it is the end for him.
Yeah.
Because he can't go outside.
He needs to
like
sit down.
He used to. He can't kick it with the fellas always like he used to.
Almost Sunday fun day.
He gonna be the one that when he do come outside, he get that text or that call.
Yeah.
Y'all, I gotta head
Yeah.
out. So yeah,
You got to
it
lead a
is-
function.
I mean, for him, it is the death of something, and it kind of goes back to that whole thing we was talking about earlier about the investment part. Like that's just what it feels like for him, and it's okay.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like if that ain't what you looking for in a man, like that ain't your man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want your man to be happy about marrying you, then get the man that's gonna be happy about marrying you. Don't settle.
Don't settle.
Don't settle.
That is it. If we're just sum everything up, y'all, I would say don't settle.
Don't
and
settle.
First off, I just love y'all. And I just
I
want to
love
say
you.
thank y'all again for coming on the show. Like this was so like fulfilling for me too, to have the opportunity to talk about just relationships, especially being a single woman out here in these streets. And I just feel so fulfilled right now, and even getting a different perspective from a man. So thank y'all for tuning in to the Radiance Effect podcast. I really hope that this conversation was refreshing for you. Feel free to share this with somebody, like, subscribe, and be sure to tune in to this group again, because I already have a vision that you're going to see them again on the Radiance Effect podcast, okay? So be sure to tune in every other Monday at 7 p.m. And that's it, y'all. Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.